One of the very frustrating things for the earlier Sony camera models was that it overheats. First, my A7 II, and later my RX100 Mark V. Most of the time I use my RX100 to shoot more of the top-down unboxing videos, but it cannot record more than 5 minutes of 4K footage. So recently, I bought this Sony ZV-1, and in this video, we're going to be comparing this Sony ZV-1 and the RX100 to be able to see if this has any overheating issues and how much does this outperform the RX100 Mark V. Before we continue the overheating test, if some of you guys have noticed, there are actually some differences in terms of the lighting for this YouTube video. In my previous few videos, you will be able to see this look, which has actually a lot of the very shadowy areas, which I find can be quite annoying and hard to color grade. I've installed some new lights in the front here and at the back there. Let me take you guys behind the scenes to be able to see some of the improvements which I've made. So I actually had some improvements regarding my setup. So I added this ring light to be able to make it less dark in the shadowy areas. And here I have my tablet for my scripts, and a whiteboard to be able to script down some of the ideas or key points which I talk about on my YouTube video. And at the back here, I have this light to be able to give me the backlighting in some of the scenes. And sometimes it can be quite dark depending on the time of the day. As you guys see now, thankfully it's sunny, but sometimes it can be quite dark due to either the rainy clouds or just if I'm shooting in the evening. So yeah, just an update. Before we begin, let me show you guys the parameters of the overheating test today. Number 1, both of them have a fully charged MP-BX1 battery. Number 2, both of them will be recorded in 4K at 24 FPS. Number 3, we are recording in an air-conditioned room at about 18 degrees Celsius and 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 4, both of these will be recording until both of the batteries are flat to be able to see how far it can go with just one battery charge. So let the test begin! So here we have the two cameras, the RX100V on the left and the Sony ZV-1 on the right. After hitting the 5-minute mark, the RX100V auto shuts due to the recording limit placed on earlier cameras. Nothing to panic about. Shortly after, the overheating icon came on after 1 minute and 31 seconds on the RX100V, while the ZV-1 is still going strong. Then the RX100V auto shuts off for the second time again due to the 5-minute record limit. Shortly after the third clip, the battery went flat at 1 minute and 21 seconds. After 34 minutes and 41 seconds, the overheating icon came on for the Sony ZV-1. Finally, after 48 minutes and 57 seconds, it overheated and stopped. I tried to restart it thereafter, but it was only able to record a few minutes before overheating again. So nothing worth watching. So as you can see, there's actually a significant difference in these two cameras when it comes to overheating. But I need to let you guys know that there's actually a setting on my ZV-1 that I've activated before the test began. So at the back here, you can see there's this auto temperature, and I've actually set it to high. So with this setting set to high, you will ignore it once it overheats a little, and you will extend the life in terms of the heat that's stored within the camera itself. So that's one thing that's available on the ZV-1 that's not available on the RX100V. With this, you can see that the Sony ZV-1 records up to 43 minutes of 4K recording, while the Sony RX100V cannot go more than 10 minutes of 4K recording. So even though there are actually online reviews which said that the Sony ZV-1 can go more than 1 hour of 4K recording, but in my experience on one single full charge battery, it can only go up to less than an hour. I am sure for those testers, they have external camera batteries and monitors to be able to output the heat towards other devices. So if you enjoyed this quick overheating test among these two cameras, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Now I'll be doing a more detailed test on the RX100 versus the Sony ZV-1 in all the other features in my next video. It'll be a long and a detailed video, so do hit the bell notification over here so you'll be updated when it's uploaded. If not, do support me on Patreon and consider use my affiliate links if you plan to purchase either of these cameras. I'll see you guys in the next video.